What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? It's your boy 49er Dion here, back with another video. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. And with that being said, let's get right on into it. Bear with me just a quick moment, guys. Let's see here. So for some reason, I'm having just a little bit of an issue. So we're going to swap it. All right. Give me just a sec. Sorry about this. So remove that. Remove it. Okay. So not remove. Come on now. All right. Bear with me just a quick moment here. No, that's not it. I don't know what that one is. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I'm so sorry. All right. I'm not going to stress this right now. Just going to stream it the way it is. So this is my first ever mock draft special. Never necessarily did one of these, but I am going to definitely go ahead and do one. What up, Matt? So I am an advocate for us not wasting time on drafting things that we do not need. We don't need a tight end. We have no need for a running back. I say our biggest needs are going to be offensive linemen, defensive backs, and we definitely need a quarterback. We obviously are moving forward from Jimmy. I expect him to actually be traded at least by the draft, pretty much. I don't see him staying here much longer, strictly based on the fact that it doesn't make sense for us to keep him when we know we can get something for him. Now, have they put a very high price tag on him? They want a first round pick. They know they're not going to get that for Jimmy. So they're hoping that we will actually get something in return. To be honest with you, I'm thinking somebody going to throw 2 picks at him and they're going to bite. That's just basically what's happening. Because I guarantee you nobody out there is going to look at Jimmy Garoppolo and say, we're going to actually have that happen. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Tony out there? Say, man, hey, Tony, if you there, man, and you want to jump in this, man, please, by all means, you let me know, man. I'll go ahead and shoot you the link, man. I'd love to have you on anytime you have an opening. I know Nothing But Niners was doing something, but like a mock draft special or something like that. But yeah, anytime, Tony. I mean, if you want, you let me know, man. I'll bring you in right now, brother. But be honest with you, our draft needs, honestly, I look at it as offensive linemen, defensive backs, and wide receivers. And the reason that I state that is because every other position is fairly solidified. Outside of Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, we do not at all have a wide receiver that screams out that they're going to be able to do anything. We lost our slot guy in Kendrick Bourne to the New England Patriots. So after Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, you've got a bunch of question marks. You got to think about it. We don't know if Jalen Hurts ever going to be healthy enough to even touch the football field. We don't know what we're going to get out of Jauan Jennings. He had probably the worst hamstring pull in history. I think we still have River Craycraft, but we know that's all a failure. I believe Richie James is still on the team. Don't quote me on that. Travis Benjamin is there, but I look at him to be a punt and kick return specialist. I don't look at him to be out there on the field trying to make, actual plays. Yes, Matthew, I heard about that, and I am very upset. We could have brought Aldon Smith home. We could have called him and said, hey, look, man, we know it ain't too many deals out there for you. We got a 1-year, $5 million deal for you. Come on home. Alden is perfect because he doesn't have to be there on every down. He's just a rotational dude at this point in his career. It would have made way more sense to bring him home rather than not. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. And now he's up in Seattle and he's gonna be terrorizing our offensive line. And if they rotate him the way that Dallas did, it's gonna be a situation where we're gonna have to deal with that. And we know Alden all too well. And we know what he did his first couple of years. So we don't want him to have those types of situations. I definitely don't want him terrorizing our offensive line, not by any stretch of the imagination. So with that being said, you got to look at it as well. Our offensive line, for the starters, we're great. The depth is where I'm a little skeptical. So your starters are going to be Trent Williams, Laken Tomlinson, Alex Mack, Brunskill, and Mike McGlinchey. Now, after that, that's where we kind of try to figure things out. I believe Sean Coleman's supposed to come back, but I expect nothing from him. He's never really done much of anything in his career. He was touted very highly when he was coming out of college, but he never panned out too much. We still have Colton McKivitz. We still have Justin School. I slate those two guys, honestly, as guards. I think that School would be a better guard than tackle. He did all right at left tackle. He played very admirably for Joe Staley when he was out, but you saw what happened when he came up against elite pass rushing. They just ate him alive. We had to bench him, and Brunskill had to come in and pretty much save the day. So for Brunskill, I hope that everybody can stay healthy on the line at a bare minimum to be able to allow him to get comfortable in that right guard spot. I love him at the right guard spot because he handles Aaron Donald. Who, by the way, right now, we don't know how long that man might be suspended because he just got a charge for assault and battery. And if y'all ain't never seen Aaron Donald, I saw him in the body issue of ESPN, the magazine. That's a large individual. You going down a dark alley, you don't come across somebody that damn big. I'm sorry, I know size ain't everything, but good Lord. So, me personally, I've been looking at everything, seeing what's going on, and it's a situation where outside of those guys, we don't have a ton of depth. We have not found a backup center. I have no idea why on earth we, for some ungodly reason, have not went ahead and re-signed why we haven't re-signed Ben Garland to just be our backup center. It would just make so much sense, but at this point, because we haven't, I feel like we should draft a center to be able to learn under Alex Mack and be able to allow them to grow and progress. Yeah, but hey, look, man, people out there are crazy. They'll want to do anything with anyone. But at the end of the day, those are our pressing needs. And then the reason for defensive backs is because everybody's on a 1-year deal. The only person on a 2-year deal is Emmanuel Mosley. Everybody else is on a 1-year deal. After next year, the thing is the cap is going to explode. So after next year, that's when everybody's going to be looking to get paid. They're going to look and go, I know you got the money because this cap went from 185 to 220. So the bread is there. But we got to go ahead and sign Fred. So that's going to be like our number one priority. Then after that, whatever money is left over from after us signing Fred, then we have to go ahead and start solidifying other pieces of the puzzle. I think this is Laken Tomlinson's last year on his contract. So we may be in the market for our left guard. There's a variety of different things that have to come into play. So it's not like we can just go out and throw out all the money to the best defensive backs in the world. We're going to have to draft and develop, which with defensive backs, we're not necessarily good at under the Lynch Shanahan era because, Ahkello Witherspoon didn't really necessarily work out. He did okay, but then he fell. And when he gets into a bad spot, we're done. DJ Reed did all right, but then he wound up fizzling out, went up to Seattle, had an okay year. Marcel Harris is great against the run, but takes really poor angles, can't tackle to save his life. So there's a variety of different things that go into us needing those defensive backs. We got Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski Tartt back at the safety duo. We love it. But the issue is we only have one of those guys beyond this year, and that's Ward, because Tartt, technically speaking, is just another free agent after this year. So you have guys like Tartt, K'Wan, and Verrett came in and said, why not come back with this group of guys and showed us some loyalty, which I can appreciate, and say, hey, look, man, we're going to go ahead and get in here. We're going to do this. We're going to make it happen. But enough of me rambling on about all of the things going on. I'm going to go ahead and get to this mock draft, man. I figured out how to share the screen so y'all will basically see the PFF mock draft simulator rather than me. Y'all still hear me, but y'all see that. So let me go ahead and, get that rolling. And I am going to share that. Hopefully y'all can see this right here. So, of course, pick the San Francisco 49ers for us to go ahead and go with the draft. Everybody is picked up, by their, current draft place. I'm not going to be doing any trades, guys. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So don't necessarily be too keen on that. I'm not going to do any trades. I don't really care to do all that. I'm just going to go through the draft as normal. Once I get a little more comfortable with this, I can start doing that. But this will be my first mock draft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the draft, make it kind of quick, and see what we got. So with the first pick in the draft, it looks like, hold on one second, let me see what happened. So Zach Wilson in this draft went number 1. So Zach Wilson's gone. Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jets. And now we are on the clock. So for me, I am going nowhere near the media and their scrutiny or anything. I'm coming in and I'm going to draft a man that we all would like to have, Mr. Justin Fields. So we got Fields. We're going to let the draft continue to play on. And my next pick right here. Oh, wait. Why didn't it take me through the whole draft? Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. It did not take me through the full draft. I wanted to go through the whole thing. I am not 100% sure why that did not happen. Oh, 1 second. Because I did this before, and it took me all the way through it. So let's enter the draft because I want to do the whole thing. So let's see if we can do it again. Let's start it over. All right. So now you flip this, and in this draft, you start to see a little bit differently on what's been going on. So basically, Justin Fields went to the Jets, and I'm going to safely assume Trevor Lawrence went number 1. So if that's the case, I'm drafting Zach Wilson. So, boom. Now, they are really killing me because they're not allowing me to do this. I'm trying to get the full results as far as a full mock draft, but they're not allowing me to do it, which is crazy because I've done this before. So mock draft, hold on 1 second. Mock draft simulator. Just bear with me, guys. I did this before, and it allowed me to do what I wanted to go through the whole draft. So let's see here. So the settings, speed, I want to go fast because I don't want it to be doing too much. That's all I needed to do. Last time I did this, it was very simple. Give me 1 sec, guys. So I am not sure why it's not allowing me to do that. Oh, I got to go 7 rounds. You're right. Good looking, Matt. Dang nabbit. I knew I was supposed to do something trippy. That's why Matt is here, man. Hey, man, let me tell y'all something, homie. Matt is my most loyal dude ever. It's not to say anything. KD216, how you doing? Everybody else in the chat, what's happening? But let me tell y'all something, man. Matt watches me when nobody else will watch me, man. That's my dog. You know, I don't care what nobody says. So we're going to go ahead and get back to this. So we got to do 7 rounds. I'm gonna start again. But I mean, you gotta think about it. Those first two picks either way was still great. Justin Fields and or Zach Wilson. We want nothing to do with he'll remain nameless. I'm not even gonna say his name. Put it like that. Nope, see? Okay. So now we back at square one. And it's the same situation, guys. So look, if I can get this thing to come on, because like my little bar gets super small. There it is. That's what I wanted. Trevor Lawrence goes 1. Justin Fields goes 2. I am automatically going with Zach Wilson. I'll take it. So Zach Wilson's off the board. Now I'm going to explain to you guys. I don't necessarily watch a lot of college football. I don't know a lot of really ridiculous names here. So I can tell you right now, some of the guys that I'm going to be picking, I know much of nothing about. I'm just using this simulator to go ahead and give me the best available kind of guys. So I'll be picking based off needs that I feel we need. So in the second round, I'm going to go wide receiver. And I'm going to take a look and see what we got, what's available, who's there, who can go ahead and help us win. Now, got to look through here because I'm looking, and here he is. Now, this guy, I know something about. Amari Rodgers. You got to think about it. If you put Amari Rodgers in our draft, I mean, in our wide receiver room, it just makes the dynamics even more out of this world. Strictly based on the fact that Amari Rodgers is Debo. Like, you have no idea how fantastic that would be. So you do that, and we're going to have a great time, man. We're going to have an amazing time. So we're going to go DB now. So we're trying to take a look to see who's the best, what we got out here. So I'm just going with the best available person based off of based off of what they got here. And let's see here. Now, I heard about Elijah Griffin, but I'm not big on USC. Can't stand him. So we're going to take this kid, Kelvin Joseph, out of Kentucky. So then we'll slide on. All right. Now that we've taken the DB, as I did state, so we've got our quarterback, we've got a wide receiver, we've got a defensive back. We need a guy to sit behind Alex Mack and go ahead and take the reins and learn, So we're going to go interior offensive lineman, and we're going to find a guy that's a center and pull him up. So this kid, Drew Dahlman, out of Stanford. Next guy up. So we're keeping it going. We're keeping it moving. So we have our quarterback. We've got our wide receiver. We got a DB. We have ourselves another center to sit behind Alex Mack. I'm going to go ahead and take this next defensive back, this kid Tay Galvin out of UCF, because I'm taking 2 DBs. That's what I want. Those are my guys. Now, the other thing that I am going to do is go ahead and throw in at least one more receiver. And this kid, I'm going double Clemson. I'm going to take both of their receivers, and I'm going to go ahead and get via Cornell Powell. And let me tell you why. As there's guys that are in the draft right now, give me just a sec. I'm going to come back to the draft. As there are guys that are in the draft right now, I should might just bet you a fool. You got to look at it like this, man. Cornell Powell is a big body. This is a big dude. This kid's really, really large. But when you look at it, adding those pieces, that's 4 receivers. So then that means we only need 2 dudes, really. 2 other dudes, maybe. But if we got 4 solid dudes and all these guys can come in and do the job that one or the other can't do, because Cornell Powell can be a Brandon Ayuk, Exactly. Cornell Powell could be a Brandon Ayuk, and or you can have Amari Rodgers still be Debo. So you're not losing a step, and you still have this was amazing to get both of those dudes. I'm actually very happy that in this simulator that they were both actually there. So there's another need that I saw that's kind of a little bit on the backside, and I'm going to go ahead and since we don't want to take anybody We don't have any edge rushers that we could take. Florida State is usually pretty good at producing edge rushers. I'm not going to say they're not. I'm going to say they are. And I watched a little bit of FSU because Deion Sanders went there. He's my favorite football player of all time. I love Jerry Rice. I'm a diehard Niner fan, but my name is Deion. I was always given his moniker whenever I played any type of sport, whether it be basketball, running track, anything. But we're going to take this kid, Joshua Kandoa, out of Florida State. So we got ourselves an edge rusher. Next guy I'm going to go ahead and look at is possibly another. I'm going to go ahead and find me a linebacker, because at the end of the day, if Azeez, Fred, or Dre go down, I'm not counting on Jonas Griffith and or any of our special teamers to be the guys to be able to carry us through. So we're going to take this kid, Ernest Jones, out of South Carolina. This is the best available guy. All right. Nearing that end, we're in the 6th round. All right, so we're in the 7th round. We're on the clock. I'm not taking any running backs. I'm going to go ahead and stack myself another defensive back just because I can. And we're going to go ahead and snag this kid, Antonio Phillips, out of Ball State. All right, so they went ahead. They took a look at my draft. For Zach Wilson, I get an A. They gave me a C for Amari Rodgers, a B for Kelvin Joseph, a C. So I didn't do too bad. I didn't get any D's or nothing like that. Everybody I drafted did well. So Zach Wilson, we got our quarterback. Amari Rodgers, we got a wide receiver. Kelvin Joseph, we get the DB that we need. Drew Dahlman out of Stanford, we get a center to sit behind Alex Mack and learn from him for these next couple of years. So that way the system just keep on going without skipping a step. We grabbed Tate Gowan, another DB out of UCF. And we draft the other wide receiver from Clemson, Cornell Powell, because he was still on the on the board. Then we go ahead and get us an edge rusher, Joshua Kandoa out of Florida State. We get Ernest Jones, a linebacker out of South Carolina. Then for our last pick in the 7th round, we take this kid, Antonio Phillips, out of Ball State. So basically, it looks like I probably got myself at least like a C, maybe on this draft. I want to say probably a C or maybe a C plus or probably a B minus. But that's my first mock draft. You know what I'm saying? I like the little simulator. Hey, what's going on, Sin? I like the simulator. Is great. You know what I'm saying? It's fantastic. It gives you a fun way to be able to do things. You said if we draft Wilson, you're going to go, hey, okay, you got to explain to me why you wouldn't want Wilson, Matt. I like Wilson. And if Fields isn't there, that's the obvious option. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going anywhere near the guy that shall remain nameless on this show. I'm not giving him any kind of shot. You know what I'm saying? Mr. DUI himself. Because I play for certain schools, it gets swept under the rug. But had that been Justin Fields, it'd have been out there in the open. I'm just saying. And I was planning to do another show, but it's already pretty much been written about and been spoken on. NFL Network did a really good piece on it. And it was just applied to the African-American quarterback in the league. I'm one of those people. I'm a firm believer in keeping it 100 and the truth of things. To me, period, point blank. How you doing, Denise? To me, period, point blank, the black quarterback always gets, the short end of the stick because when they speak about us, they speak about us in different ways. The media paints a very negative narrative of us, and it's just not fair. It's never been fair like that. And to be honest with you, you got to think about it like this. They hated Tiger in golf because he's the first black golfer. And what is golf? Golf is primarily a sport for white people. It just is. That's not being negative or nasty or rude or anything. I'm just stating facts here, people. And when it comes to the quarterback position, what is the quarterback position pretty much really been? It's always been for a Caucasian American. That's just been the case throughout the years. I think we only have 2 black Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Actually, no, 3. I take that back because we have Doug Williams, Russell Wilson, and Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to see that that's all we have throughout the history of the NFL. Just 3. We've literally only had, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's only been 2 African-American head coaches that were in a Super Bowl. And oddly enough, how were they in that Super Bowl? They were pitted against each other. And this is something within our community, and I'll let you guys in on this on an insight if you don't already know. There's something about being lighter and darker. It's always been that way. It's been that way from day one. But you had light-skinned Tony Dungy against the dark-skinned Lovie Smith. And that's all you really need to know. But we've had so many amazing African-American quarterbacks that, yes, that's true. Yeah, and the full black quarterback was Doug Williams because I believe Russ is mixed, and so is Pat. Pat's half white, half black. I think his mom is white and his dad's black. Yeah, man, like it's when they talk about these dudes, the sad part is, man, and they've done it to a few white quarterbacks. I'm not going to say that white quarterbacks haven't gotten thrown out there too, but it's definitely been, yeah, they are. Yeah, Mahomes and Wilson are biracial. You are correct on that, Matt. But it's really messed up because you see it where they were talking about Lamar Jackson, what they want him to do. Hey, man, you should be a running back. Hey, you should go out and work out a wide receiver. Look at what they did. Antoine Randall was a quarterback in college. People turned out to be a fantastic receiver, but he was a quarterback in college. So was Julian Edelman, but they made him into a receiver too. But that was because they picked Julian Edelman in the 6th round and told him they didn't really know what the fuck they was going to do with him. Shout out to that dude for a fantastic career. Glad he retired, and glad he stayed with the Patriots all his years. But to be honest with you, when black quarterbacks come out, they don't even give you the same shots. Warren Moon had to go to the fucking CFL. You ever seen Warren Moon play? That man was amazing. Flat out ridiculous. Steve McNair, baller. Donovan McNabb, baller. Mike Vick. Had he studied properly early in his career, these are his own words. I'm not making this up. He said himself he didn't study the playbook like he should have. Had Mike Vick studied the playbook like he should have, we would have Vick would have had more of a Hall of Fame type career. He's known as a highlight reel. His athleticism is unmatched because Mike Vick was one of those dudes. Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing, brother? Love you, man. But you have no idea, man. Like these dudes would have been fantastic, and a lot of these guys, Randall Cunningham. Oh my God. You talk about escapability, bro. Cunningham was Vic before Vic existed. And I'm going to just tell y'all that right now, bro. Shout out to the fam, John V. Tell everybody I said what's up. Hope everybody over there is blessed and happy, man. Cunningham, if y'all ain't never seen Randall Cunningham play, man, y'all need to just type his name in YouTube, and he will drive you ridiculously crazy. Man, Edelman, look, man, if there's one thing I can say, bro, Edelman did for the young, scrappy receivers when nobody else could, man. Edelman was a fantastic receiver in his prime, man. Oh my God, bro. Like the dude was just amazing. He had a really good career. He won those Super Bowls, man. He did what he was supposed to do. He probably ain't never get paid like he should have, but I mean, with the Patriots, nobody really gets paid like that. Some guys did, you know what I'm saying? Gronk got paid like that. I believe Aaron Hernandez got paid like that. But most of the time when you're with the Patriots, they're usually asking you to kind of take, a little bit of that. Yeah, you're right, Matt. Cunningham is the OG Vic. Like Cunningham, when he was with the Eagles, man, the plays that dude would make are just flat out unbelievable. But these are just some of the dudes that you see and the things that go on, man. And we making a transition now to a more athletic quarterback. That's why I like Justin Fields. I love Fields. I think he would be an amazing player. But this is just the first of many mock drafts to come. I will be live for the actual draft. I'm going to be on in 2 different ways. Yep. Hey, y'all. And I'll be on with the Shat Club and my guys from the UK. I love those dudes, man. They are ridiculous. They're crazy. You got me on the TV. Hey, man, take me up that TV, man. My head too big for that thing. I probably broke your television. You even probably cracked the screen, man. But I'm going to give y'all just one more mock draft, man. We only about 30 minutes in. I'm only trying to make this about a 45-minute. But as of right now, this is basically what we have. We got Zach Wilson. We took Amari Rodgers. And the reason that I fell in love with Amari Rodgers, guys, to be honest with you, is because I watched the combine that I Am Athlete had. If you don't follow I Am Athlete, bro, you're missing out on a show. Hey, look, Matt, I don't want to hear it, man. My Braves look like hot garbage. We look like hot, you know what, and John said his kids are watching, so I ain't going to be cursing. But, yeah, my Braves look horrible right now, okay? We lucked out and snuck out a win. Yeah, man, we fantastic, man. Amari Rodgers was great on the I Am Athlete, basically their draft, their combine. It was amazing what he did, what he showed, and he went up there, showed up, and showed out, and then he did it at the pro day again. He just made himself look even better. That's why I love the kid. He's just he's that dynamic, and to have 2 Debos to me is just flat out amazing, man. It's just great. But I'm gonna do just one more, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my players, I think so. Kelvin Joseph, Tay Gowan, Cornell Powell all got me a B+. And, the rest of my guys got me a C+. Amari Rodgers, they gave me a C. It's probably because they didn't want me to pick him so high, and they were thinking I could go with another player or somebody better rated. But I'm going for what I think we need and how I feel about it. Yeah, man, you got to be careful, John, because look, man, I tell you this, my daughter said something when she was 2 she wasn't supposed to be saying, and I had to call her grandmother, man, and let her know, stop cursing around her, man, because then she did it. Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing, Sin? Oh, thank y'all, man. I really appreciate it. We're going to go through one more quick little mock draft. We're going to do a new one. And if y'all would be so gracious, if I got at least a couple people in here, since I'm here and you guys are here, tell me who y'all want as that number 1 pick. We're going to go ahead and get the draft started. But y'all tell me in the comments. Y'all say, look, man, I want this guy. Tell me who you want as your number 1 pick. Matt is quick on the draw, people. So I'm telling you right now, you got to be real careful. That dude is super fast. Matt will get in here, and he studies, man. He know what he's doing. So with that being said, first pick, Zach Wilson is gone to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine himself, goes on to the New York Jets. We are on the clock, and we are looking at a quarterback at 3. We have no options. We must go quarterback. All right. There it is, man. That's what we're doing, guys. Boom. Justin Fields. That is our guy. He is the man, making it happen. We're going to let the draft keep rolling. So for this one, I'd like y'all to just tell me what position we're looking at next. You know what I'm saying? Because I said we need some wide receivers because we need depth. We need guys. We need defensive backs. I want to go defensive back. I feel like that's probably our best bet to see if we can pull off one of these guys, because I had a previous mock draft I did where we got bloodlines. Okay, Denise came up. Oh, safety. Okay, safety and corner. So what we'll do is we'll go. Oh, look, I drafted Gowan last time, John. I had Gowan up there. All right, So this is what we're gonna do. Because I want to go with DB, and DB is literally the option here. Everybody's going corner. We're gonna take your safety next, Matt. We're gonna take your safety next. We'll do that. So let's go DB. We're gonna do that. Okay. So because this dude seems to keep coming up, and I don't know how it is, John V, you get your wish. Tay Gowan. Tay Gowan is your guy. At safety, you would like me to draft LeCounte or LeCount. Let's see if I can get this dude if he's available. I'll see if I can find him at safety. Remember, we dropping here, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to pick that up. Let's see if this guy is there. So at safety, you want me to take this kid right here, Matt Richard LeCount or LeCount. Not sure how to say his name, but Matt, there is your pick. We have drafted that safety for you. So our first couple of picks, we got our quarterback, we got our DB, we got a safety. So now, guys, we still need to get ourselves a wide receiver. We still need some help with the offensive line. So, LeConte. Okay. That's how you say it. His last name is actually French. He's probably from somewhere in the South. I'm going to safely assume Louisiana. There are a lot of people that migrated down there. That's why they have the French Quarter. I am partially French due to my mother's side of the family. But yes, that's probably exactly how you say it. You are correct, Matt. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look, and we're going to go ahead and find us that center that I've been looking at. Interior offensive lineman. We got a couple of dudes. We got a guard. Here he is again, Drew Dahlman. He's there. So he's coming back to us. That's giving me a good feeling about this kid. I like this. All right. So far in the draft, we've got our quarterback, we've got a DB, we've got a safety, and we've got our offensive lineman. We need to find a guy to catch the ball right now. He's here. I got to take him. All right, guys, I'm going to leave this up, but I want to take Powell. I want to take Powell so bad. I want to take Powell. That's Cornell Powell at the top. That's the wide receiver out of Clemson. He's a big body dude. Cornell Powell, man. Let me see if I could just bring him up. Let me give you a little Cornell Powell. Cornell Powell, 6 foot, 210. He's definitely well worth it, man. They won't give you a lot of this stuff because I'm not paying for all that. That's a little too much. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get him, man. Cornell Powell, there he is. He was there. So I was waiting on him. Okay, I have no idea who that is. Simi Fiejo. Powell is basically exactly, and I don't mind a stronger Debo. I want a stronger Debo. What position does Nico Collins play, Matt? Because I'm not very, like I said, in the beginning of this, I said I'm not very familiar with a lot of college players. I don't watch a lot of college tape. Let's see here. Maybe I'll just type his name in. No, Nico Collins obviously isn't there because when I typed his name in, he didn't show up. So I'm going to go ahead and snag us another linebacker, guys. We needed, or that another edge rusher. Jonathan Cooper, Ohio State. If there's one thing I trust from Ohio State, it's them damn edge rushers. Nick, had he been healthy last year, would have been terrorizing the league again. Chase Young, Jesus Christ, that young man is flat out amazing. Ohio State is great for any type of defense. They're usually producing fantastic defensive players. Yeah, but he wasn't there, Matt. Let's see here. So I'm gonna type that name in Simi. I don't never heard of this kid. No, whoever that is, John, he is gone. So where are we currently? We are at pick one. We're in the 5th round. All right. So let's go ahead and find us at least one more DB. Let's see here. Oh, now Breezy is really high on this dude. He loves this kid. Trill Williams. Now that's a name right there, man. Trill Williams. It's crazy. So we'll go ahead and draft that kid. That's a shout out to Breezy, man. I got to get him on the show at one time, see how he does some things. But we'll go ahead and we'll get one more. So we've got a couple of guys here. What's our next position? Yeah, Trill Williams. All right, Matt, give me a guy. Matt. Tell me who you want, and we can go ahead and pull him up, see if we can get him in here. By the way, guys, I drink a ton of tea. The wife got me into A Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is the cup, one of the cups she bought me. If you can't really see it, that is the Oogie Boogie Man. So definitely like The Nightmare Before Christmas and the little song and the little badass kids in the show. Right now, I am in the. Give me 1 second. We're currently we're in the 6th round. 6th round, Matt. So we're trying to make sure that we get the right guy. But I think we only have a couple picks left. And I'm not really sure because I didn't necessarily draft it the way I was doing it. At linebacker depth, like that. I liked where you're going with that. There we go. We'll go with linebacker depth. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring this down a little bit. Linebacker. All right, so our options, we got Ernest Jones. We got out of South Carolina, Isaiah McDuffie. Out of Boston College, Buddy Johnson. From Texas A&M, KJ Britt. From Auburn, Justin Rice. From Arkansas State, Riley Cole. From South Carolina. There's a kid right here. I think this thing moves too fast. Grant Stewart. I don't trust anybody with the last name Stewart. He just seems. Some guy named Tuff Borland. Just drafted. Okay, drafted best linebacker available. Gotcha. All right. There you go. Draft best guys. We got this kid, Ernest Jones. Now we are headed toward the 7th round. I believe that's it for the 6th. Yep. Now, the funny thing is when I'm looking at this, guys, this says QB, wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, and safety. We don't need a tight end. We already have George, and we still have Ross Dwelley. Ross Dwelley is serviceable. It's perfectly fine. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see Jordan Reed and George on the same field. And Jimmy wasn't healthy anyway, so that would have been a waste. So I think I'm going to try here for the last one. I'm just going to go best person available. And there's this kid. His name's Deontay Smith. He's a tackle out of East Carolina. Draft him just to go ahead and give me something that'll go ahead and be behind Mike McGlinchey in case he forgets how to pass block again. Okay. I actually kind of fared a little bit better with this one. So this wasn't too bad here. So this draft, they gave me I didn't do too bad. Still got pretty good grades on the same ones. A+ on Justin Fields. B+. Hey, shout out to Matt for Richard LeCompte. Shout out to myself for Mr. Dahlman. Jonathan Cooper. Hey, appreciate you, John V, because that's your guy out of Ohio State. Deontay Smith was a good one. Overall, they gave me a B. I can't be mad at that, man. Got a B+ on that one. So that was just something that we all had. Oh, maybe they didn't go ahead and take a look at that. Oh, no. I I'm wondering if we got that pick back because we cut. Yeah, because we had he. Yeah, that weird situation with Goodman. You're right, Matt. He opted out, then he came back, then he wound up coming to us, and yeah, that was a whole mess. But guys, this was fun. I like doing these mock drafts, man. I'm gonna probably do a couple more, and I'll probably try to do a little bit more where I do a little more film study, to try to get a little bit more familiar with some of these cats. And I'll give y'all a final mock draft before the actual draft. That way you can have something solidified, and I can give y'all a better idea of exactly who I'm drafting, why I'm drafting, and have more information and more film on these dudes and be able to dig into some of these players that I'm drafting and dissect them just a little bit more, probably a few stats and a couple of little things here and there to tell y'all exactly what's going on. But thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Matt, I appreciate you for always being interactive. John V, like I said to you, man, nothing but love to you, man. Nothing but love to the fam. Continue to stay blessed, stay safe, everybody. By the time football is here, man, we'll be in the stands. I don't give a shit if I have to wear a mask. I have several 49er masks. I will wear all of them at that same damn time if they require me to. But at the end of the day, man, if it's on you to go get vaccinated to save yourself and save your family, please do. If you don't believe in it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a loved one that's older or something like that, man, it's widely available. If you here in Arizona, man, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. But everything will be open and ready for us by the time football season comes. They plan to have full stadiums. Right now, baseball is letting in some of their capacity, and basically, I believe by mid-May, they're gonna have 50% capacity in different places. So we should be getting back to normal, man. Life will continue. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for taking time out to listen to me ramble on about the 49ers in the draft. I appreciate everybody in the chat that took time out to put a comment in there. And at the same time, thank God nobody said that nameless, worthless guy that's going to be that the media is trying to push us here. Matt, I knew you was going to do that. I knew you see, Matt. I was like, let me tell y'all something, okay? There's two teams that I watch in baseball. I watch the Dodgers and I watch the Braves. I watch the Dodgers strictly because my great-grandmother was the one who brought me up on the Dodgers. So I've been watching the Dodgers since the 80s, since I was a kid. This is just about as long as I've been watching the Niners. So I've always had love for the Dodgers. But in 1995, when the Braves won the World Series, I took a liking to him because I liked David Justice until I found out that he was an idiot and what he did, and I don't condone anything that he did. So, I just still kept up with the Braves. And you can't tell me that there is another team out there that had a rotation like the Braves. You can't tell me John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, and Greg Maddux weren't the greatest three pitchers on one squad forever. Don't look, Matt. I told you, man. Matt, we'll chat on the side, brother. My Braves have been getting beat down. But I can tell y'all one thing: if you do watch baseball, there's one person that you better respect, and his name is Ronald Acuna Jr., number 13 for the Braves. That man has been swinging his bat, and he has been going full on ape shit against his whole league. He leads the league in homers. I mean, the man is just he's a one-man show. I love Ronald Acuna Jr., and he's got the greatest energy ever. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a wonderful night wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back with another final mock draft, and I may even do a couple of other mock drafts and get a couple of people in here so we can do one, and they can do one for their team. We can see what we can do. We'll get it going, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. Have a good evening.